Alrighty, we are looking good. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, it's me. It's Tech Turncoat. Hi, how you doing? In the proper time. Yay! I almost wasn't able to do it at this time. Had a busy. I've had a busy morning / noon. We're here now. Oh. Make sure you know what you need when you're doing car maintenance, guys. Otherwise, it could lead to a lot. Anyway, now's not the time for that, because we have some stuff to get through. First on the docket, there wasn't actually. I mean, there was a little bit different between. Actually, hold on. Just turn that down on my headphones because that's always crazy loud. The first on the docket is reading what was different. Usually not very much, but we'll see. As you can see, the scene with Sakura where I'm just reading off a list here. Oh, I ate like 30 minutes ago and I'm still kind of feeling it. It was a good big lunch. Anyway, the scene with Sakura where they remember the previous night of mana transfer goes essentially the same, except Shirou is talking about sex. Nothing really notable though. He does apologize for being rough though, which surprisingly will come back later. In the scene after the interlude, before Shirou got his hearing back, you can audibly like hear the Japanese voice actors like talking, saying something about Sakura. But I don't know enough Japanese to say for sure like what. And this is before they reveal they're talking about lunch. I don't know if they were using like they were actually talking about Sakura and then noticed he was back and then changed the fucking topic, but yeah. It was clearly not important enough for us to get that translated. Not that big a deal. Also, speaking of translations, so this next bit is about Ilya and Shiro's shopping trip. I don't know enough about German to say for sure, but the VA for Ilya has much better German pronunciation than I do. Oh man, it was actually really good. I can understand it, and it actually had like a nice rhythm to it, which made sense. I still didn't recognize the song, but it sounded more like a song when she did it. Also, so this is when they're doing their patrol. It's a little more clear in this uncensored version that Shirou has connected the dots between when he has sex with Sakura and when these massive disappearances happen, directly saying that he feels the same presence of the shadow after they're done there. But then afterwards, they have sex again. It's nothing really special, although it is noted that Shirou hears like a beast sound. I'm pretty sure he heard it last time, but he has been ascribing it to himself due to how he is going about it. But this time it actually sounds like he's trying to like convince himself that that's what he's hearing. And then the interlude, in the last interlude before, yeah. There's rando voices that speak in the blank spaces during the interlude, but again, it's in Japanese. I don't know what to say what they're saying. Although it did sound like they were talking about a girl, which, considering the reveal, probably Sakura. Anyway, we're moving on, and we are hello. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're moving right on with Sakura's absence. Well, just making sure this is working. Yeah. Okay, cool. February 12th, Heaven's Feel, 13. Last talk. It all happened 10 years ago. I kept pursuing the responsibility for being the only survivor from that fire. Are you going to? I never forgot about it. I survived, so Are you going to betray? I swore never to let such a thing happen again. I made an oath with myself to become a superhero like Kiritsugu. Many of Shiro's days were turned to that sole purpose. I let others use me so that I could hold my head up high before those who were not saved. I made it this far because of that. I know. I know full well. But you... Are you going to betray your previous self? You know the cause. You already know who you must defeat. The Black Sun. If the shadow in the sky is the cause, you must kill it before it happens again. Remember, what have you lived for until now? You have approved of yourself because you save innocent people, because you save people who ask for help. But if you're going to deny it, just for one girl, if you're going to betray it. I wonder who's talking. Emiya Shirou will be judged by himself. It's morning. I wake up. Bright outside, and it's past 7 already. My body feels heavy. My limbs feel numb. My dull head can't remember who I am. Oh, no. What do you want for breakfast, Sakura? Her pet Sakura is sleeping beside me. For a strange reason, I remember why she's there next to me. The fact that the girl I love is sleeping next to me is probably more important than my identity. It's morning, Sakura. You have to get up or breakfast in Tosaka. I tap her shoulder. Sakura's cold. Not her attitude, but her sensation is cold. She's also hard. Sakura? I raise my body and look around the room. She's not here. We slept together and I held onto her hand, but Sakura's nowhere in the room. Sakura! She's nowhere to be seen. The guest room is silent. I feel no presence in the living room. My body doesn't move while I hit my foot on the table. I fall, put myself up against the wall, and head to the hallway. Fucking slapstick in the middle of all this. I must be in a hurry. There's nothing wrong with my body, but my mind isn't calm at all. Why am I rushing? It feels so uneasy. I'm trying to think, but whenever I do, it's like my thoughts are 10 seconds in the future. Can't think? Or does my brain not recognize what I'm thinking? What won't float in my head, so I can't even tell? Can't remember what I want to do. But I'm relieved when I see Sakura's shoes on the front door. Tosaka's shoes aren't there, but Ilia's are. Which means... her shoes are not there, so... Yeah. Tosaka's the only one outside, which means Sakura's in the house. Oh, so that's why I feel relieved. Sakura hasn't gone anywhere. Alright. Getting sharper? So yeah, Sakura just woke up before me, so she's probably doing something like washing her face, preparing breakfast, training in the dojo, or doing laundry in the yard. Yeah, I got her worked up over nothing. And I sigh and head back to the living room. Ouch, that's still very hot. Ah, my water. Oh! Huh? Shiro? Tosaka comes running inside. What? Tosaka, were you having a walk? I'm not that easygoing. No, we can talk later. Sakura collapsed outside, so carry her in. I'll prepare the treatment. I burned my mouth. A little bit of my throat. The clock ticks. It's past 9 o'clock. It's been 2 hours since I carried Sakura in from where she collapsed at the entrance. Well, like 7. Function is finally returning to my numbed mind. Have you calmed down, Shirou? Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm sorry for worrying you, Ilya. I don't remember what happened the last 2 hours, so I don't remember what kind of stupid things I may have done. Hmm. You didn't do anything. You carried Sakura inside, then held her hand while Rin treated her. You didn't have any external wounds, and you just sat down with it. Once you found out it was only a high fever. Hmm. Let's see. Where's Tosaka? I think she took Sakura to her room. Rin was checking out the closet earlier. Oh, she must have been looking for Sakura's clothes. She was dirty, so you had to change her clothes before you can put her to bed. I see. Makes sense, now that she says it. Then I must still be in the living room because... Hey, why are you following us when I'm about to change her clothes? Tosaka probably said something like that. So I've been waiting for 2 hours, huh? I might have been in a panic, but I feel kind of stupid. What's going on? There are many things I have to think about. Sakura's well-being, the big meal the enemy had last night. No, that could come later. I should be thinking about why Sakura was collapsed outside when we went to sleep together. Mm, I feel sick. My mind refuses to think. The blank 2 hours. My body remembers that I've been pondering that problem for all that time. Shirou, don't try to remember something you can't. You didn't forget it, but it went away. There's only pain, even if you try to find out what's not there. Uh, Ilya? It's nothing. I was just talking to myself, so forget it. It's... Ilya looks away and shuts her mouth. A few minutes after that, when the clock's about to strike 10. Thanks for waiting. Sakura's awake now. Tosaka enters acting like nothing happened. Tosaka, is Sakura alright? I don't know. You should go ask her yourself. There's nothing for me to say. Alright, I'm going. I get up. I leave Ilya and Tosaka in the living room and head to Sakura's room.
You're here, senpai.
Sakura's breathing hard. But she speaks the instant she sees me. Of course I'll come, silly. Go anywhere for you if you collapse. Tosaka got the job done this time, but it's me that should be treating you. I get the chair and sit down. I try to sit level with Sakura, who's lying on the bed. So, how you doing? Tosaka didn't really tell me anything.
Oh, I see. So Need-san's keeping quiet.
No, she said I should ask you. She's being considerate, right?
Oh, you seem happy, senpai. I thought so for a while, but you like the strict part of Nissan, right?
It's not true. Tosaka's a steady girl, but I don't want to deal with all that all the time. But first of all, we can't manage unless she's considerate at times like these. Sakura nods, smiling. Her satisfied expression dispels my uneasiness somewhat. Good. I guess you're alright. What was Osaka saying, Sakura?
I'm just exhausted and malnourished with a light fever. There's nothing to worry about if I'm resting, so she told me I have to stay in bed all day.
She's still breathing hard. Just lying there must be painful. She's probably trying to breathe normally so she doesn't worry me. I see. Then keep resting. You have enough magical energy, right?
Oh, yes. Thanks to you, I'm fine.
Even though I'm the one that asked, I still blush. But this is something that I have to know. Oh, wait, hold on. Speaking of things that I need to do. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. New times means new circumstances means I keep forgetting to do different things. That's squared away. Anyway. I won't get you out right away. If you eat something good and nutritious, I'll put in my best efforts for today's lunch. I roll up my sleeve in a show of confidence. But
I'm sorry. I should be cooking for you. If I could just stand up, I could help you. I hate that I can't even do that.
it seems my words hurt her. That's right. Sakura's concerned about her role. She knows she can't do anything, so she tries to be the normal Mato Sakura. But she can't even manage something as simple as that. Well, just bear it for now. A sick person has to rest like one. After all, I'm gonna leave you in charge of breakfast, lunch, and dinner once you get well. You'll regret not resting more then. I jokingly say what I plan to do. Yeah. I can leave her in charge of cooking for about half a year, and that'll please her.
Really? You can't take it back later, okay?
I'm serious. I won't do anything for at least half a year. Well, I'd like to at least keep watching the food on the gas burner when you need help. I've been standing in the kitchen for 8 years. I don't feel at ease unless I'm holding a pan or something.
Okay, then, it's a promise. Please eat my meals once I get well.
Yeah, I promise you all you want. I get up. I can't keep talking to her and tire her. We were able to talk, and I know Sakura's doing fine. I should let her rest now. Then I'll see you later. I'll come here again during lunch, so, you get some sleep until then. I step away from the bed. Sakura nods silently. Oh, yeah, Sakura. I stop at the door and call out to her without turning around.
Yes? What is it, Senpai?
Oh, I was wondering why you were collapsed in front of the house. You were sleeping in my room, right? I try to ask as naturally as I can. After a faint gasp.
I was taking a morning walk. I woke up early, so I went outside, but then I collapsed. Nissan's right. I shouldn't be going outside right now.
She replies as naturally as I asked her. That ain't right. Tosaka and Ilya aren't there when I return. They must have gone to their rooms. Oh, yeah. They're busy trying to reproduce the gem sword. I can only help after they make a replica similar to the original. My job for now is to draw out as much of Archer's experience as I can. I am the bone of my sword, huh? Archer's original spell, which flowed into me along with the pain. If I use this strangely familiar incantation to look within myself, my rate of success greatly increases. Projection now succeeds half the time. I'm copying Archer to make a copy of something. But I can only create a fake. Projection is reproducing something identical to the original. Me as Shirou can only create an inferior imagination. The only way to create a phantasm is with the arm's help. It's suicide. It's not that poison that will come into me once I use it. A bomb will be switched on once I use it. A sure end will come once I use it. An image of a firing hammer. There's a gun in my brain. The muzzle is pointed outward. The trigger's still there. It must be the time bomb I spoke of. If I can take the gun out of my head, the switch won't go off even if I use it. No, the switch itself will be outside my body. That's the best solution. But of course I have no idea how to do that. Oh, yeah, the news. I turn the TV on. I have to know what happened yesterday, so I watch the news. It's easy to fight the right channel. They're all talking about that incident. The unexplained disappearances. There are over 40 houses with missing residents. None of the survivors noticed their neighbor's disappearance. And almost 60 people will never return. I memorize each missing person's name as it appears. One by one. I engrave the strangers' names in my mind.
and replace the names with people I know. Will you be able to forgive it? Will you still be able to forgive it when the time comes? Will you be able to forgive the thing that's causing it? Will you be able to forgive yourself for overlooking it? The crime. If it cannot protect it from the crime, it'll be painless salvation to stop it before it commits any more crime. The TV switches off. Oh shit. The news has been informing of the incident is... Don't be stupid. We're not decent enough people to mourn over what's already done. Mercilessly cut off by Tosaka. Tosaka. Here, I brewed some tea, so drink up. I have nothing to do because Ilya wants to be alone. Tosaka places the teacup on the table. Her reasoning doesn't sound right, so I don't have to do what she tells me to, but I'll drink the tea. Yeah, but it's hot, so that'll burn your tongue. I see. That's even better. Thanks, Tosaka. I just wanted to get myself together. You just happen to be there, okay? If that's how she wants to show her concern for me, I'll just have to accept it. Well, tangled the wires and shit. Time passes. We just drink the tea silently. I don't feel nervous for some reason. I feel rather relaxed. This is purely speculation, but could Tosaka be one of those girls that soothes the atmosphere? I don't think so. Why are you smiling all of a sudden? Tell me if you want to say something. I was just thinking to myself. We've never sat around doing nothing like this, right? Whenever we're together, all we talk about is the Grail War. So I thought we had a pretty savage relationship. I can't help it. That's how it all started. Or what? Do you want me to talk about what might come up on the finals or what stores I like to go to? I mean, I guess it's fine as it is. I think this dangerous relationship is suited for us. But we were so relaxed that it felt weird and funny. Well, you're right. That is how it all started. We started talking to each other after we became masters, and I wouldn't have gotten to know you unless I became a master. Well, it's one good thing I got from becoming a master. I can fight alongside the girl I've admired. That's not entirely true. I don't know about you, but I've known you for quite a while. What? Tosaka blushes, saying something I can't ignore. You knew me. Tosaka nods with embarrassment. No way! What? Did we talk when we were in, like, the first year? No. I knew about you, but you didn't know about me. You're one of my You're one of my traumas. Why? I don't like that. I know it can't be helped to hurt someone when you don't know about it, but that's not good for my mental health to know that I've hurt Tosaka, who likes to strike back 3 or 4 times as hard. I'm the one who wants to ask that. Fine, this is a good opportunity, so let me grumble for a bit. It happened around this time 4 years ago. I don't know. That's right! The other side of the high jump story. This is so good. I almost forgot. Alright, let's get into it. It happened around this time 4 years ago. I don't know why, but you were there after school doing running high jumps until the sunset, right? What? I'm taken aback by the unexpected question. It's not the question itself. What surprised me is that Sakura was talking about the exact same thing. And so is Kitsugu, and so is Ilya, and so is it's just such a dumb fucking comic. I love it so much. And it's just like 4 panel. Anyway. Yeah, so what? I was watching that, and I was right by the school entrance. There was an idiot watching another idiot who was trying to jump a height he couldn't clear. Hold on. That can't be. Sakura was the one watching me, and first of all, It was just coincidence, okay? I went to your school because it's a matter related to the student council. I was in a different school, let alone class.
Yeah, I heard that you went to the same school as you say. Is that why they don't like each other?
Yeah, we've known each other since then. I was the vice president and he was the president. After 4 years spent fighting, we found out that we can't get along.
It took 4 years to figure that out? I see. So it was a long relationship. I finally understand. I knew Issei's attitude towards Tosaka was not normal. Well, that mystery's unraveled. Actually, it seems more tangled now. The high jump!
Anyway, I just happened to see you keep trying to jump over a height you couldn't. That's all. When I first saw you, I found out later that Sakura came to this house. I didn't know your name until then, and I forgot about your face.
Well, now I know how she knew me. Is that really something dramatic?
It's revenge after 4 years. Sakura joined the archery club a year ago, right? So I went and watched when I got the chance, and I happened to see someone who wasn't a club member shooting arrows. I knew right away that you were the idiot from that time.
I want to say something about what she thought about me, but I stay quiet.
And I was shocked that time. There was the stranger who went to a different school that I'd considered stupid all this time. But I remembered him even after 3 years. And I finally realized that you've been giving me damage all this time. I found out that I was jealous of this guy that kept on running like an idiot.
Why? He was stupid, right? That's not someone you should be jealous of.
Yeah, I probably wasn't jealous of him, but I felt like I'd lost. It would have been fine if he had had hope of clearing that bar. I would have just gone home if that was the case. But even I knew that it was impossible. Even he knew it was impossible. He knew nothing would change that, but he kept on trying. It's as if he believed the effort was what mattered.
In a lot of cases it is.
To be honest, I can't do such a thing. I've always been like that. I determine whether or not something is possible. If I know it's impossible for me, I quickly give up. I don't try what I can't do, and I never regret it or think I'm powerless because of it. I'm cold like that. I'm a terrible person. Kirie called it machine-like instead of cruel.
But Tosaka isn't belittling herself. I'm proud of how she is.
But I do sometimes think how pure it'd be to keep on trying without a thought for whether it's possible.
That's how you get better, Tosaka.
Well, as a child, it's shocking to see someone that's the complete opposite of you, right? That's why it was traumatic. That guy who foolishly kept running was someone I was happy to know existed.
Tosaka murmurs with a dreamy expression. That's nice.
Well, that was boring talk. Maybe I'm being nervous because things aren't going well.
Tosaka gets up as if saying it breaks over.
I'm going back to my room. I'll be creating the framework with Ilya this afternoon, so go watch Sakura.
She puts her cup in the sink and heads to the hallway. But...
Hey, how was Sakura?
She stops and asks, as she just remembered. She seemed well. She still has a fever, but it's better than the last time she collapsed. Sakura's calm as well. She pushed herself to do things around the house, but she's being obedient and resting today. That being the case, I'm sure she'll be better in no time.
Of course she's staying still. She can't get up by herself now.
What? She can't get up by herself now? Why? She should have enough magical energy. Then shouldn't she have enough physical energy too?
Yes, she has more than enough magical and physical energy, but it's terrible inside. I don't know what happened last night, but she definitely
Died once, Jesus.
It's so bad the sound explanation for why the muscles in her limbs are so badly damaged.
No way. She didn't have any external wounds.
It's just that it's cleanly connected on the outside. I don't know if the crestworm ripped her apart or if someone else tore her limbs. If something really did tear her body apart, the pain would have destroyed her sanity. Let me ask, Did she recognize you? I swallow my affirmation. Osaka's expression is agonized. And that means... Sakura didn't recognize you? She did. She knew me, and she called me Nesan. But she wasn't looking at me. She was looking at the Tosaka Rin she imagined. Yeah, I really wanted to kill her when she said things like, nice to meet you, and I wanted to meet you sooner. Tosaka looks away, and her words turn cold. Wanted to kill? Tosaka felt murderous intent against Sakura? In short, I can't do it. I can't protect Sakura until the very end like you, and I don't intend to either. Tosaka. I told you, right? I don't do impossible things. As long as I'm Tosaka Rin, I'll kill Sakura the moment I determine that it's not possible to let her go on. Well, I don't need to say it again because that was our deal all along, but I thought I'd remind you. You don't need to say anything. I know how you feel. And even if you do say something, it won't accomplish anything. We're allies while we fight against Zoken, but we're enemies when it comes to Sakura. If you don't like it, we have to defeat Zoken as quickly as possible. But Shirou, what'll you do if Zoken and the Shadow are two separate enemies? I shut my mouth. Tosaka's question is so sharp it makes me dizzy. I wish my water was drinkable right now. It's still so hot. Usually it has an hour to cool down, but I didn't have that hour. Shirou, I'll kill her when the time comes. That's the best choice for both of us. You think about it too. Tosaka leaves. She goes back to her room, leaving me alone in the living room. Shit. Interlude 13:1. She hears voices. Her body is broken, and her head feels light, but she hears voices she doesn't want to hear. I don't know about you, but I've known you for quite a while. She doesn't think about why she can hear the conversation, but she doesn't want to hear them. She wants to cover her ears if her arms would move, and she wants to stop them if her legs would move. I was watching that. I was right by the school entrance. I was an idiot. Oh. I was an idiot watching another idiot who kept trying to jump the height he couldn't clear. She bites her lip. She scratches the sheets with her fingers. A past event spoken of lightly. The event that happened 4 years ago. Her older sister speaks of it as it's only her memory. Only her memory. Like she's the only one who knows about it. She's immersed in her beautiful memory, never even realizing that another girl was there. Stop. Stop. Please. No. Don't take away my memory. She strains her voice and makes a plea that none can hear. The older sister's monologue continues. It goes on without her, just as she feared. The only thing she had an edge on over her older sister is brought down to mere recollections. No. Using magical energy to bridge the gaps in her ripped nerves, she covers her ears with her hands. This is torture. How can she know what's going on in the living room? Has her shadow stretched that far? No, she doesn't want to hear anything right now. No more. To go crazy if she hears any more. Knowing this instinctively, she covers her ears. The voices do not get any quieter. Her sister's voice resounds directly into her brain. She cannot get away, even if she covers her ears or eyes. And... Shirou, I'll kill her when the time comes. It's the best choice for both of us. You think about it too. Her sister coldly says the words she does not want to hear. To the last person she wants to hear them. And the voices stop. She cannot tell what's going on in the living room anymore. It's only natural. Her only world is this dark room. There's no way for her to step into the world of light. Her eyes are hot. She realizes that she's crying, heartbroken and frustrated. Her sister is a coward. Why is she pushing that onto the girl's senpai now? It's her responsibility as Tosaka's mage, but now she's trying to involve someone else. Her sister's trying to turn her only ally against her. Nessa. She hates her. She knows it's selfish, but she still hates her. She's making him abandon Mato Sakura. She hates Tosaka Rin for trying to induce him. Nessa. It's strange. This is what she wants. So why did she hate her so much? Her sister's saying she should disappear. The girl also knows she should disappear. She doesn't know how it's come to this, but she does know that Emi and Shirou will be saved if she disappears. No, I don't want that. She can't. She doesn't want to lose anything. She doesn't want to be alone anymore. She learned of warmth, so going back to the cold is frightening. She learned of warmth, so warm people are detestable. She will not disappear. She will not be killed. Because nothing is my fault. Wait, everyone else is at fault. She did not wish for such a thing. It turned out this way because nobody helped her. Nobody helped her, so that must mean they affirm her. They didn't object. It's the same thing as agreeing with her. So, no one can punish her. I won't die. I won't end up as Nissan plans. Oh, I got to finish that for a second. No. In reality, she will not die. Nobody can kill her. Even if somebody wants to try, it's fine. If she's to be killed, she'd rather... not only her older sister. She will be merciless, even to her senpai. Yes. If he will turn away from her in disgust, then she would rather... like she does in her nightmare, so he won't become anyone else's. She coughs violently. The pain turns her wild imagination to blood, and he coughs it out. No, I can't, senpai. They do not connect. She cannot tell the difference between good and evil. She cannot tell what's good. She's about to lose her mind, not knowing who she is, how long she can stay sane. Hello, are you still conscious of yourself, Sakura? Then, before she notices, the silver-haired girl is before her. The same girl as her. The white girl who is to become the container, who was not treated as a human being. Saber, Lancer, Caster, Berserker. It would have been fine with just these four. But where did you consume such a soul, Sakura? I'm surprised it's already sufficient when Assassin and Rider are still left. She doesn't understand. She's heard from her grandfather that the girl is like her, a container that collects souls from the defeated servants. Oh, shit. But she's not heard about any servants being defeated other than the ones just mentioned. Oh. Well, that's that other one. It's fine. I won't ask since it means I don't have to worry about Archer being taken away. But Sakura, do you know what's going to happen to you? Her head cools down. Her mind, delirious with fever, regains Mato Sakura with those words. I don't know. What will happen to me? The white girl shuts her mouth. Ainsburn's master. She was meant to be a vessel from the beginning, unlike the fake Mato Sakura. You'll die. You can't be saved no matter what. And the girl tells her about the destiny that awaits them both. Yeah, I know that's how that would end. My mind's still heavy. I still have to make lunch for Sakura, but I want to rest a bit and clear my head. I fall into my futon, letting my face sink into the pillow. I know. There wasn't any postponement since that day. I can't postpone the problem anymore. About Sakura. I have to decide everything right now. Emiya Shirou. Oh, who is it? I jump up. Voice. I know I heard a voice. Right from within this room. A chill runs up my spine. The scary thing is that I can't tell exactly where in the room it's coming from. How is anything hiding in your room, bro? You have like a small desk and that's it. Your room is fucking bare. Do not be alarmed. I did not come to take your life. A whisper by my ear. The voice. This fluent yet alien tone is that of the servant with the white skull. Assassin. How is that possible? Especially maybe killing people, but he made it here without being noticed or setting off the battlefield around the house? You didn't come to kill me. Then you just want to talk? I search for the presence behind me while I measure the distance to the hallway. It'll take 2 full steps, 3 full seconds to dash out to the hallway into the yard. The assassin can kill me 4 times over in that time. Then my only way to live is to go along with him. Not I. It is the Magus who wishes to speak with you. Mage. You mean Zoken? Yes. He is waiting for you at the Mato household. He has no desire to fight. He will look at you if you go there alone. Assassin's words can be trusted to some degree. If he wanted to kill me, he would have done it the instant he snuck into the room. He didn't kill me because Zoken wants to talk to me. It's not to say it isn't actually a trap, but I'm gonna have to do it, I guess. It's a trap. It's obviously a trap. But it's true that I might never have another chance to talk with Zoken one-on-one. And I don't really have the choice. Even if it is a trap, I have to go see him, and I'll have to remove Sakura's crest worm. Alright. Zoken wants to talk to me, huh? A wise decision. Let us make haste. Even I cannot deceive Ryder's eyes for too long. The mage will change his mind if someone else realizes we're having this conversation. So it's a secret meeting for my ears only, huh? There is no reply. His work must be done now that I've agreed. Before I know it, the assassin has vanished. How do I get out of the house? I sneak out of my house to head to the Mato household. The sky is filled with clouds. Hey, isn't Shinji still around? Is he still, like, haunting his house? Has anybody eaten him yet? Maybe it's because of the dark sky, but the house is filled with ominous air. I go inside without ringing the doorbell. It's been a year since I last came here. I go through the hallway following my faint memory and head to the living room.
Oh, you came earlier than I thought, Emiya's successor.
Zoken is the only one here. I don't see Assassin or Black Saber. Seems he really does want to talk with me.
Oh, you don't even want to exchange greetings with me? My, you must hate me.
I feel no hostility from Zoken. In short, he's taking me lightly. His composure is self-evident, confident in his ability to kill me at any time.
Well, you must have something to talk about as well, since you've accepted my invitation. Sit down. It must be something to discuss standing up. Must not be something to discuss standing up.
No way. But standing up is just fine for what we have to say. I suppress the urge to jump at him and punch him and glare at him as if I could heal him. Unlike Zoken, I can't hide my anger. I won't let my guard down against the guy who changed Sakura's body. That's different than the other one I can tell already. Zoken, if this is a discussion, I only have one thing to say. Release Sakura right now. Let this fight if Zoken refuses. I'll kill this monster before anything can happen, even if he calls for Assassin and Saber. Totally forgetting the fact that he's a couple thousand bugs on one person in person skin suit.
Release Sakura, eh? I would like to, but I'm afraid I cannot do anything.
Then?
The old mage before me speaks in disappointed tones. What? She cannot be saved no matter what I do, as it has grown too much. Sakura is already functioning as a holy grail. She will die even if I remove the crestworm right now. Hold on. Holy grail? Sakura's functioning as a holy grail? Why is he talking about the grail? Wait, what do you mean by Sakura being the grail? What did you do to her? I tampered with her to obtain the grail and make my wish come true. It is all from Mikiri's dearest wish. Put shape to the soul, the true immortality. That's why I gave Sakura the functions of the Holy Grail after the war 10 years ago. What? You gave her the functions of the Holy Grail? Right. You should have heard how the Holy Grail War ended 10 years ago. Your father, Emiya Kiritsugu, destroyed the Holy Grail that was completed through the ritual known as the Holy Grail War. The war ended, the summoning ritual was a failure, once again. But it was not a total loss. The Holy Grail was completed, if only temporarily. Then it would be a waste to leave the broken fragments as they were. My head quickly cools down. In short, he took his granddaughter Sakura and... Yes, I embedded the Holy Grail within her, but I am no monster. I made sure she could function as a human. Then the crestworm in Sakura is... It is something I created using the Holy Grail as a catalyst, yes. With that, her body became a container to receive the souls. It became a tool to become the gate when the ritual is completed. It is just a copy of the Holy Grail the Einsburn family makes. Well, I do not have as much skill as them, so I did about an eighth of my own way. He laughs. Copying Einsburn? All he did was to pick up a piece of finished product and implant it within Sakura. Bastard! You can't make a Holy Grail, so you used a human being to make an imitation of it? Experiment. It was just an experiment. Fair to Emiya. The experiment is merely a stepping stone to the next. My original plan was slowly to change her into something like a Holy Grail over several decades. It was supposed to be in the first. It was supposed to be and the first. I'm just gonna skip the and. It was supposed to be the first step towards Mikiri's Holy Grail, which lives as a human but still has the function to collect souls. Sakura is an experiment? Did you not notice the purple hair? Of course, Sakura was given to the Mato family for that reason. To give a daughter to the Mato family means giving us the foundation to achieve our goal. Osaka is well aware of that. We both have the same goals. We will both turn ourselves into the monsters to achieve immortality. Immortality? You and Tosaka's father used Sakura for something as ridiculous like that? Of course. The Holy Grail War has always been a ritual dedicated to that end. That is the only reason we cooperated, and I am the only one who still lives. We used the Mato's successor to achieve our goal in the far future. But fate can be quite ironic. Sakura was prepared to be an unadaptable Holy Grail, but she has shown surprising growth. I have gotten old. We never expected Sakura to have that much talent. Not only does she still live in spite of taking in so many servants, but she still retains her sense of being Mato Sakura. She is a true Holy Grail, just like that of the Einsburn, which I thought was impossible to make myself. I can't hold it anymore. I'm not patient enough to keep listening to the monster's nonsense. Forgetting the possibility of assassin's intervention. Enough of this bullshit! You can't call something that only sacrifices human lives a Holy Grail! I let my anger take over and dash at Zogan with a raised fist. But he's a Holy Grail. First of all, even the Einsburns who created the Holy Grail use a human as the base for their grail. What? Zokan's smile stops me in my tracks. Using a human as a base? My body wobbles back. I hate myself for knowing who he's talking about, even though I don't want to understand. Right. Muspel is also a grail. but do not consider them as the same. The Einsburns are far worse. You can ask her yourself what kind of a holy grail they prepared. Map raised arm falls. Not only Sakura. Even Ilya is the same. And regret takes over my body in place of anger. Well, I assume that's all you wanted. Then it's my turn now. The reason I called for you. I want to discuss the shadow with you. What? Discuss the shadow? You must be talking about the black shadow that's attacking the people in this town. What are you saying? The thing's on your side. So what do you need to talk about? You want us to beat it? I glare at Zoken, my voice thick with sarcasm. This simplifies matters. Yes, I want you to do something about that shadow. That is why I need your powers, Emiya Shirou. Are you serious? You guys are on the same side, right? On the same side? Well, I have helped it, but it was never helped me. I cannot even communicate with it. I merely arranged its path so it would not run wild. I calmed it down every night to minimize the damage it dealt. But as of last night, I can no longer continue. I did not tell you. I cannot manage it anymore. My heart thumps loudly. I cannot manage it anymore. Who is that directed to? Zoken? Yes. I must tell you what the shadow is before anything else. In short, it is the contents of the Holy Grail. People say that the Holy Grail is an omnipotent, but the Holy Grail we aim for is not a... The Holy Grail is only a means. Einsburn, Makiri, and Tosaka. The three families aim for is to open a gate using the complete Holy Grail. You can think of it as the complete Holy Grail as a gate to connect the world to a world where every wish comes true. Hold on, then Holy Grail is... Yes, the goal of every mage is to reach the origin. That should be capital O, origin. But I am not interested in such a thing. The Einsburns only sought the completion of the Holy Grail. The Tosaka is the only family that is still aiming for the origin. Capital O, origin. Anyway, the Holy Grail is a gate that connects to the wish machine. Shadow is something that has leaked from the other side. The real Holy Grail, Phil, would not have done such a thing. That shadow is a mistake, made by the imitated Holy Grail. It sounds like your fault, man. Well, I do not like to talk about the shame of my family, but it seems I did not discipline her well enough. She matured as a Holy Grail, but it would appear that she cannot shut the gate properly. I do not mind if she dies from her own carelessness, but I cannot have her involve other people. Bother. The Holy Grail I made might devour everyone in this town. Zoken shakes his head, as if it's someone else's problem. I should punch him for saying that, but his words turned my emotions to ice. Then that black shadow is... truly... You should already know. That thing is Sakura's shadow. You can recognize the similarities between them. Mako Sakura herself? I fight off the dizziness. Truth. I accept the connection that I've already known, but not denied. No matter what that black shadow may be, I have to accept that the crime is Sakura's as well. Does Sakura... No, she should not know about it. That thing is the Holy Grail shadow that appears through Sakura. It originally should not have form, but when it passed through the gate called Sakura, it took Sakura's form and imitated existence in this plane. Interesting to note for the next game. The Holy Grail borrowed Sakura's sealed id to come into this world. It is beyond my expectations, to be honest. I denied it since it was impossible, but I have to accept it now that it's getting stronger by the day. That thing was a Holy Grail with a will. That is why it keeps consuming human souls to complete itself. There is only one way to stop it. If the Holy Grail is born from Sakura's unconsciousness, you merely need to stop Sakura. I tried to persuade her, but the shadow does not want me going near her.
It does not have a will of its own, but that shadow is Sakura herself. It hates whoever she hates. I cannot even go near Sakura anymore.
Then you can't get close to her?
No. You people think Sakura is under my control. That is all in the past. She is already in your hands. I cannot control her as I have been cut off from her.
It's something I can be happy about. At the very least, Zogan can't do anything to Sakura. If we could do something about the crest worm. Wait, we haven't done anything to Sakura.
No, nothing at all.
Then Sakura's still in pain because
that's her own problem. I have never used the crest worm. She's breaking down because she's a holy grail, and its powers of the holy grail are flowing into her. Think about it. There is a great swirl of magical energy that can grant any wish. Your human body must receive what flows from that source. There's no way Sakura's weak mind can insert that strong onflow.
Then Sakura will.
Unable to bear the strain of being a holy grail, she will explode. No, if Sakura's consciousness empties, the holy grail should appear. It cannot be swallowed by her own shadow. Do you understand? It is meaningless to kill me here. The Holy Grail war ends once you defeat me. At that point, all that remains is for the Holy Grail to activate. Sakura's mind will be obliterated once that happens. If you want to save her, endure for the duration of the Holy Grail war. The timing is to open the gate. The completion of the Holy Grail does not... The Great Holy Grail does not last long.
I think they were called the Greater Grail now.
It has already been 10 days since the war began. Judging from the past wars, the war should be in about 4 more days.
4 days. Are you saying Sakura will survive if 4 days pass?
Who knows? What is for you to determine? How was she this morning? Do you think that she'll last 4 more days?
She will. Of course she'll make it.
I see. But the same cannot be said for the other people. How many disappeared last night? How many will disappear tonight? No. How many days do you think it'll take for the whole town to be consumed?
I can't really hear his question. Does this man sound happy or sad? My head is shaking so much that I can't tell. Defeating Zoken won't solve the problem. Sakura won't last until the Holy Grail War ends. I can't beat that Black Shadow. People in town will continue to die as long as the Holy Grail War continues. Then, how? I saved Sakura. Then...
It is simple. You just need to kill Sakura.
Zoken states the obvious.
I am correct, am I not? She cannot survive even if you let her live, and the Black Shadow will attack people again tonight. Kill her right now to prevent that.
I feel dizzy.
That is what I wish to discuss. I wanted to inform you of the current situation. I wanted to tell you that you are protecting a greatest disaster.
I feel like vomiting.
Sakura will notice Tosaka's daughter or me, but it will gladly give her its life for you.
I can't breathe.
Ending one evil to save thousands. You should know, if you carry out Emiya Kiritsugu's will, Mato Sakura is your enemy.
My mind isn't working at all. I walk down the distorted hallway, unable to get a reply. I don't feel anything, even when I walk or lean against the wall. It's ugly. I feel like I'm in a twisted nightmare without an exit. I go outside, still trying to breathe.
You will not make the wrong choice. It is a pity for Sakura. At his feet.
I walk.
But I will thank you in my granddaughter's place. She has never done anything for herself. She has never cursed herself for being thrown away by her father. She did not wish to be almighty like her older sister. She was a hollow being, like a puppet.
I walk.
The puppet has been allowed to be was able to be loved by the man she desired. Surely it must be set aside. Do not condemn yourself too much. You gave my pitiful granddaughter a gift in the end.
I walk. walk. And stumble towards my house. And Sakura is waiting. I walk down the hill. I reach the Amiya household once I go up the usual hill. I can't leave my room empty forever. No matter what it be, I secretly met with Zoken. It's not good to let Tosaka or Sakura know about it. So I have to go home before they notice. Go home and I have to make a decision. The contents of my stomach come up my throat. I chose to ally with Sakura. I swore to protect her no matter what. I chose to be with Sakura instead of becoming a superhero. But that means allowing another disaster to occur, taking hundreds of lives. I can't do that. I can't do that. Emiya Shirou cannot break that oath. It's like denying myself. If you, the only one to survive that tragedy, are to allow the tragedy, you will be rejected by everything that has supported you until now. No matter the end, your crime will never be forgiven. Do not do anything means silently approving of this action. There are innocent people who will be killed tonight. If you know that, you still will not kill the cause. You are no different than the cause of the fire that day. If you deny what you have been until now to protect one person, will you be on Sakura's side no matter what? There's a choice between protecting the one person or protecting everyone besides that person. Who will I side with in the end? I have to decide by tonight. Go to the living room. Huh? Did you come in from the entrance side hallway? Elia's sitting alone in the living room. Yeah, I was outside for a bit. Did anything happen while I was gone? Nothing happened, but you have to stay in your room and rest, Shirou. Your body's as bad as Sakura's. Thanks, but I'm fine as the cloth is on. Geez, you'll easily faint if you're talking like... Shirou, did something happen outside? No, not really. No way. I don't know what you want to do, but don't talk to me with such empty eyes. Oh. He scolded me. See, I still look ridiculous. It can't be helped if that's the case. I'm sorry. I know it does no good to worry, but I have to think. I shake my head. Like Ilya says, I can't empty my head. I can't go see Sakura with a miserable face, so I have to show some spirit. Yeah, good. It seems you cheered up. So what do you want to ask about? I'll help you if it's all right with you. Crap. Ilya sometimes gets really kind. This is the second time she's helped me when I'm feeling down. I can't tell which of us is the older one. It's Ilya. Okay, can I ask you something, Ilya? Alright, I'll tell you anything. What do you want to know? The Holy Grail. Tell me about the Ironsburn's Holy Grail. I see. So you found out, huh? There were two things I didn't want you to find out, and that was one of them. Ilya. Then... Yeah, I'm the Holy Grail. I'm not human. I'm a homunculus made that way. Homunculus. An alchemical formula to create life without a mother, using sperm and other elements. They're not born from a proper reproductive system, and therefore have physical defects. You know, like the albinism.
They have human shapes and human lives. They're not human, and therefore are completed with a powerful magic circuit. They are weak as a life form. They far exceed human powers when they're made as mages. No, as magic circuits. Well, so that's it. The Ironspring family raised me to function as both a Holy Grail and a Master. The function of the Holy Grail is to collect the souls of defeated heroic spirits, humans, coffins, or even a stew pot. So it doesn't matter what it's made of as long as it has that special function. It just has to be a sufficiently large container of souls. Coffins, or even a stew pot. Interesting. Ilya sounds like she's not interested, but this is the first time I've ever heard that the Holy Grail collects servants. Well, it's more like retrieving them than collecting them. Servants are summoned by the Holy Grail, then it's natural that they return to the Holy Grail after they're defeated. I'm the only Holy Grail of Ironspring, so I should have collected all of them. But it seems there's someone else that's functioning as a Holy Grail. I took Castor and Lancer when I noticed. It took Castor and Lancer when I noticed, and its drawing power was greater. So I took most of the servants. I was able to collect Archer because he disappeared right in front of me. It doesn't even need to be said. The other Holy Grail is Sakura. According to Ilya, Sakura has already taken in Castor and Lancer, as well as Saber and Berserker. 4 servants worth of souls. But can you hold such a thing? Isn't the general rule that the human body can only contain 1 soul? Yeah, it's all the more so if it's the soul of a heroic spirit. The magical energy of the servant that loses its shell, called class, is enormous. Having 1 in your body is like creating a typhoon in your body. But it's the function of the Holy Grail to collect 7 in the end. There's no space for the soul of the container itself. That's why all the Holy Grails, until now, were inorganic substances without souls. The function of the Holy Grail is to collect the souls of all 7 servants, then to unify and manage them. You don't need extra programming there. The personality of the Holy Grail was only erased by the function of the Holy Grail. Will only be erased by the function of the Holy Grail, yeah. In short, Shirou, the Holy Grail loses its human functions the more complete it gets. The same goes for me. Once I collect many servants, I have to cut off my functions as a human being to control the souls. I can manage them if I cut off the energy that moves my limbs. I won't let the souls out if I stop breathing. I can stabilize the integration of the souls if I use all the power I've used to construct my human form. It's the same for Sakura. You can't function as a human once you become a Grail. You don't have the power to spare. But yes, if there's a difference between us, it's that I can switch at will. Sakura is forced to. Sakura is an incomplete Black Holy Grail, so she has no right to refuse. Ilya shows no emotion as she continues. She knew it. She probably knew it since the time she was born. No, even before she was born. She knew that her life was made for such a stupid reason. But there's something I can be glad about. I place my hand on my tense chest and look up to the heavens as if in thanks. What's wrong, Shirou? I said Sakura can't be saved. I know. I know that, but... You two are sharing them between you two, right? Then you're still... yeah, Sakura took most of it, but there's no problem in me staying myself. Writer and assassin. You want to collect their souls, I don't need to cut off my functions as a human being. Yeah, that's fortunate. If I lose Ilya as well, it'll mean that I can't protect anybody. Shirou? Before I knew it, I'm embracing Ilya. I can't promise her anything, and it's not like I want something. Shirou. Her body is so small, so I can't hold her too tightly. I just touch her, holding her in my arms. I let my fingers feel the weight of what I must protect. It's almost 2 o'clock. It's late, but I decided to make lunch and take it to Sakura's room. Well, I take off my apron and put the rice porridge on a tray. I take a deep breath and fill my heart with ice. I don't know what I'll say if I go see Sakura in this condition. I can't do that. If Sakura figures out that I'm troubled, she'll just be even more troubled herself. I have to freeze emotions so that I don't reveal anything. This will be the last time. This will be the last time we'll be together to just casually see each other's faces. I want our precious time to end in laughter. Are you awake, Sakura? It's late. Let's eat lunch. I knock and enter her room. It seems Sakura was sleeping. Her face brightens up as soon as I enter. Yes, I'm glad you came, Senpai. She happily smiles. Time passes. Sakura's getting better. She can sit up on her own, and she even ate the rice porridge without assistance. Lunch ends and we talk about meaningless things. Apparently sleepy after eating, Sakura continues to talk while lying in bed. That's it. That's all we can do right now. Sakura seems well. She's breathing normally and her cheeks are red and healthy looking. I can't believe that she won't even last a few more days. But I've rarely caught colds. I have a healthy body and I've never had to stay in bed with a fever. Oh, wait. No, yeah. We started with how she dislikes cold medicine, and she's now telling me how healthy she was. It seems she's never been seriously ill, and I hear she's cured any cold symptoms with her spirit. Spirit? You mean you warmed yourself up and rested? No, that's not what spirit means. How can you have spirit during a cold? Oh, it's an embarrassing story, so it's a secret. Sakura laughs in embarrassment. Seems Sakura was an energetic child in her own way. So it's not that I dislike cold medicine, but it's that I can't trust it. Don't you get nervous when you can't tell the effect of medicine? Oh, I guess I was like that when I was a kid. I didn't get well even after I drank this bitter medicine, so I blamed the pain and the fever on it. Sakura happily agrees. Seeing her smile makes me imagine that she's getting better, and that she'll be up and well tomorrow. I silence my all too convenient wish. Sakura won't get well. I can't postpone my decision, believing that everything will turn out fine when she gets better. Hey, Sakura. Maybe it's because I've accepted that cold reality. What do you want to do once you get better? I ask her about a what if. I ask her about a convenient future. Huh? What I want to do? Yeah, something that's fun for you. Anything's fine, I'm just asking, so don't worry about if it's possible or not. Hold on. She looks around troubled. After some pondering, I guess I don't have anything. I'm fine things are right now, and just being with you is good enough. Finally drink my water, yay! Sakura blushes. My vision narrows. To keep my feelings frozen, she's never done anything for herself. Damn old bastard. She hasn't done anything. She doesn't know how. Fun things. She doesn't know what she wants because she's never known a normal life. She's never known normal happiness, so she values such trivial things. Senpai, is something wrong? Oh, I was just thinking to myself. She hasn't done anything yet. Sakura doesn't know what she should have, what she should obtain. Sakura doesn't smile outside. Sakura doesn't make friends. A closed world, consisting of my house and the Matos. But if I can change it, I'll pay any price. Senpai? You're acting strange. Does your left hand hurt? No, it's not that. Sakura, let's go somewhere far away once this is all over. We've never gone anywhere for fun, right? It's good to go off and enjoy ourselves once in a while. Sakura blankly stares at me. It looks like she's surprised. Like she thinks it's all a dream. It's decided. Where do you want to go, Sakura? Mountains or the sea? Where?
She thinks in confusion. She doesn't answer for a while. But she must have found a wish she wants with all her heart.
It can be anything, right?
Sakura timidly looks up at me. Yeah, there's nowhere you can't go if you put your mind to it. I'm serious, but it seems to take it as a joke. Sakura smiles with relief.
I want to go cherry blossom viewing.
And she makes a trivial wish. Cherry blossom viewing? You mean that cherry blossom viewing?
Yeah, we can do it here, but there are only plum trees here. I want to go to a cherry blossom viewing in the big field on a sunny day.
I see. That certainly sounds really fun. It'll be great to watch cherry blossoms under the clear blue sky at the park at the bridge, by the bridge. There are a lot of fun things. Starting out with cherry blossom viewing suits Sakura. Alright, and it's a promise. Let's go there together once you get well and once this whole mess is over. Sakura shows a satisfied smile. I make the promise and stand up. Yeah. How great it'll be if we can really do that. I imagine my own happiness that I've never imagined since the fire 10 years ago. I leave her room. All that's left is a trivial promise. It's not just Sakura's wish. It's a promise that can be fulfilled come April. That's my wish as well. I dream of a warm fantasy with a frozen mind. Once winter is over, when spring arrives, I'll go view the cherry blossoms together. It's the night I have to make. We won't be patrolling the town anymore. Tasaka spent the whole day making the gem sword and is now resting, completely exhausted. Same goes for Ilya. The three of us ate dinner silently and we went back to our own rooms. It's 10 o'clock. The shadows should go into action soon. I get up soundlessly. I grab the knife I got from the kitchen and leave my room. The door is unlocked. I open the door without a sound and walk to the bed. Sakura is sleeping. That's all I can tell. I can't tell if she's getting better or worse. There's something wrong with my vision. I can't even see Sakura's face, even if she's sleeping right before me. I suppress my dizziness and trembling. Prepare yourself. The shadow might be attacking people while I hesitate. There's no way to directly kill it. I have to. Sakura here. Even if it's not Sakura's fault, people are harmed. It will be victims. It will be people who could not prevent the harm. And Sakura will commit crimes she does not want to commit. I raise the knife. My mouth is dry. It feels like my tongue's turned to a piece of cardboard. The inorganic knife sends a chill up my spine. My eyes become numb as I think about sticking this thin scrap of metal whose only reason for existence is its sharpness into a living human's throat. Sakura's soft flesh. It's like stumbling and falling eye first into a flathead screwdriver. Blinding pain of numbness peels the cerebral membrane like an orange peel. It's vivid. Damn. There's nothing wrong with my senses. Something wrong with my senses. Fingers holding the knife looks as if they're all bending in the wrong way. It's like a psychic's powers in movies. I ignore it and tighten my grip. I can't do that. My heart hurts. Blood drips down my fingers where they grasp the knife. I grit my teeth. I frantically swallow against the sob rising in my throat. My eyes are hot. Can't manage it looking down, so I tilt my head up and restrain my anger. Pushing the knife down. Can't do something so simple. There's something really wrong with me. I had to come this far before I realized my own feelings. Am I stupid? Right. I had the answer already. My path was set the moment I embraced Sakura under the rain. Are you going to betray? Someone tells me to remember. Wasn't I going to become a superhero? My body is racked by contradictory thoughts. Superhero that'll let many people die tonight for Sakura's sake. A selfish superhero. Kiritsugu threw away his own wishes to pursue what he believed in. A powerless human that helps others just because of self-interest. That fire 10 years ago. Because I was the only one who survived, I lived on, swearing never to let another disaster occur again. All the time until now. The idea I believed in for 10 years is piercing my heart. Asking if I'm betraying it. Will I betray myself? Who cried and tried to live on, ignoring the voices of the people who died helplessly? The atonement. Am I going to betray my previous self? Or I had to cling to that atonement to continue living? Yeah. No apologies will ever bring me forgiveness. I can't make amends for this crime. I'm throwing myself away. Even if my life turns out to be a fake after losing what I've believed in until now, I will betray them. I'll choose what I want to protect. In the future, if Sakura's smile is there, I won't even care if I have to live by deceiving myself. There's nothing wrong with it. I need Sakura. Sakura needs me. For the first time, I wish to protect one life instead of many. I take a deep breath and loosen my fingers on the knife. I won't lose my way anymore. I'll pull the knife back and leave before Sakura wakes up. And right when I'm about to... Senpai, why won't you kill me? Sakura talks in the dark. Sakura is awake. Sakura is lying there trembling, watching the upraised knife. Her eyes are clouded painfully. Not sadness about having me kill her. She's apologizing for making me resort to this. It's fine. Please do as you wish. I'm too scared to do it myself. I don't mind if you do it. I hear fear in Sakura's voice. Her body's trembling. Her eyes fixed on the knife above her as if watching inevitable death. It's a determination. It's doing all it can to keep her from running away. Sakura. How can it be? I was so preoccupied that I didn't even notice it? Sakura's trembling. Why didn't I realize Sakura's determination? Sakura, I know. What you decided is probably right. Because I'm at fault here. I'll say it now, since it's at the end. I don't know how long I can remain myself. I don't know how long the day is. What I talked to you about at noon. When that noon was, what happened yesterday, and what tomorrow is. That's not all. I see strange dreams. It's a scary dream. I'm always covered in blood, but a part of me finds it pleasant, and everything about it is scary. I'm the bad guy in that dream. I'm laughing as I'm stealing a lot of things from everybody. I was scared, asked for help, but nobody helped me. So I told myself it can't be helped if everyone's getting killed. I won't help others, so it's natural that others won't help them. And I ignored everything, thinking it's just a dream. But I was wrong. I wanted that dream. I'm actually cowardly, filthy, cunning. I hated everyone, and all I could do was curse them. It's my fault for thinking that dream was pleasant, even for a second. It's not that the dream is bad. It's me, the one who watches it. That should never have existed.
Senpai, I'm slowly breaking down. At this rate, I'll see nothing but those dreams and forget about you. I'll be the villain for real, going around killing people. So, please, if you can finish it here before I become the bad guy, then... Sakura tries to say she'll be saved, but... I silence her with an embrace. I hold her to me tightly, the embrace I could not accomplish before. I pull her to me with arms that only touched her back then. I hold Sakura's body with all my strength. Senpai... Sakura doesn't resist. She's scared of dying, and she asks to be killed. But at last, she relaxes and... Oh, you'll regret it. Says the same exact words that night, as if thanking me. It's too late. It's not about the future. I regret not being able to protect you all this time. Quiet sobbing. Sakura puts her arms on my shoulder. Her cold fingers run across my cheek. I'll protect you. I'll protect you, Sakura. I promise, Sakura, she cries. That's all I can do. That's the only thing I can repeat to forgive each other. I swore to be Sakura's superhero on that night. I have no regrets. If anyone deserves an apology, it's only one person. Will you forgive me, Sakura? I don't say it out loud. For betraying myself, and confess my crime. Interlude 13-2. The door closes. The boy who said he'd protect the girl who was trying to convince himself left after making sure she fell asleep. The girl, though Sakura, painfully moans in the darkness. She's not asleep. She only pretended to be asleep so that boy, who was more tired than her, will rest. And she cannot afford to sleep anymore. She'll see that dream if she sleeps. She'll see something similar to her kill people. It's frightening. She doesn't remember what kind of dream she had last night. She doesn't remember why she was unconscious outside. So, it feels like she'll never wake up again if she falls asleep tonight. She'll end up betraying the boy who held her close. The boy threw away his self and believed in the weak and sly Mato Sakura. This decision is still hurting her heart, so she will not be able to see him again if he turns out to be like the dream. Yes, he's destroyed his mind to the point that it cannot be fixed, so she has to bear. She has to stay conscious, not sleep, or never see that dream again. A person exists that will protect her. Even if she may be dirty and cowardly, she has to maintain control with all her might while she still remains. I'm fine with that, but... It's something that cannot be returned. She has committed a crime that she cannot atone for with the life that remains to her. I'll protect you. He repeated it, knowing there's no hope or future. Calling it makes her cry. Half an hour ago. She was determined that when he came into her room, she knows that he came to kill her. She's sensitive to the hostility of others. Even if someone comes to kill her in her sleep, she's gonna notice. The hostility was empty. It's not that he was not feeling anything. It was a painful emptiness, as if being there was... as if there was a big hole in his chest with cold wind blazing through it. That made her accept death. She thought the best possible outcome would be if the boy were to be the one to stop her. She was a coward, as she had known. She was ready for death, but she could not stop trembling, and she cornered him by saying something selfishly convenient. He embraced her. The boy still embraced her. They both knew there was no future. But he still put his arms around her, knowing fully well what awaited them in the end. The boy still had determination. His embracing arms told her that he will accept the crime she committed and will commit. Sorry, Senpai. That's why it's sad. He can do it. She knew from the start. The school in the sunset. person that kept on running. The boy that changed her voice from give up to keep going. She has wished from that time to be with him, to be protected by him. Admiring him for no reason, she went to his house like her grandfather told her and made her wish come true. I'll protect you. I swore to be your superhero. This is the result. As his life goes on, he will only continue to break down. Sorry. I'm sorry, Senpai. What she admired. She finally understands why. Boy was beautiful in her eyes. He's different from her, who was a coward. She wished for him to keep his upstanding character. But Yet she remembers. She wanted to protect him. She wanted to protect the boy. She wanted to protect the clumsy but upright boy that she found in the setting sun. I broke it. That's all she wished for. So why? Why did it turn out like this? And then, the girl makes her final resolution. You're there, right, Ryder? She calls out into the darkness. The girl should be the only one there, but a woman appears like a ghost. It's Mato Sakura's servant, Ryder. I thought so. Were you guarding me? Yes. Had he tried to take your life, I would have killed him. She sighs, thinking it was close. Ryder puts priority on her master. Her decision is based solely on whether that person will kill her master, Mato Sakura. In that regard, Emiya Shirou was Ryder's enemy back then. Don't do anything to him, Ryder. I won't forgive you if you hurt him. My role is to protect you. If he is to be your enemy, I must fulfill my mission. I will protect you, no matter what you may become. Do you mean that? Even if I turn into something other than myself? There's no reply. It's something she shouldn't say. The worst possible scenario. Yes. Even if Emiya Shirou sides with Mato Sakura. If Mato Sakura recognizes Emiya Shirou as her enemy, he will become a foreign foe that must be defeated. The girl raises her body and clenches her fists. Ryder's statement hasn't angered her. She's just scared that the assumption might become a reality. Sakura? What are you doing? You cannot use magic with that body of yours. Ignoring Ryder, the girl raises her hand in the darkness. The magical energy runs through it for only an instant. When the light fades, the only thing that's different is her left hand. Sakura. This is my last command spell. Ryder, please. Please protect Senpai until the end, no matter what happens in the future. The girl gives her final order. The command spell is gone from Mato Sakura's hand. I'll stop Grandfather. This is a problem between me and the Mato family. I know it's too late, but I can't cause any more trouble. The girl holds her chest as she coughs. Her eyes light up in the darkness. They are weak, but they are eyes of determination that belong to a mage. Interlude. Out. Woof. Let's go back here. That's a lot to take in all at once. But before I go, which I would like to, like immediately, but before I go, I do have one small announcement. Smallish. I am taking another week after this one, for family reasons, and I will not be able to stream that entire week. So while I would like to, it's not realistically happening. But yeah, that's that. Hope you guys had a lovely time, and I will see you all next week. Yeah. Bye.